you are watching this video, it means you probably had a little trouble with the Lesson 5 exit ticket. So this is Eureka Math Module 1, Lesson 5 exit ticket. And what we've been learning in Lesson 5 is all the different ways you can write numbers, okay? So we've got expanded form, and we have two different ways of writing expanded form. We can use decimals or fractions. Okay. Then we've got word form and unit form. Okay. We have a few more, but these are the three that we've been working on in this lesson. Okay. So expanded form, word form, and unit form. So it's saying here, oh, and standard form, sorry. Standard form is pretty important. Standard form, that's as a number. So express 9 thousandths as a decimal. So 9 thousandths, well, that's just word form right here. And we want to go from word form to standard form as a decimal. That just means standard form. So 9 thousandths, 9 thousandths. Well, let's get our place value chart out. And there's my tens and my ones and a decimal, and there's hundredths and thousandths, okay? So I'll just put 1 thousandths here, hundredths here, tenths here, ones and tens. And it says, oops. Wow, I lost my box. There we go. And it says express 9 thousandths as a decimal. Well, where are we going to put that 9? We're not going to put it here because that's tens. And this says thousandths. It's not ones, it's not tenths, it's not hundredths, it's thousandths. So that 9 goes here, 9 thousandths. Now, we can't express this decimal without filling in the zeros all the way back to the decimal point. So our answer, and you can even put one here in the ones, is, you can always put a 0 in any of those spaces, okay. So 0 and 9 thousandths, okay. That is decimal form, that's standard form, that's what they asked you for, okay. This was just there to help you, and this was me explaining, but your answer is here. Number 2, express 29 thousandths as a fraction. Okay, so we're going to go to fraction form here. Express 29 thousandths as a fraction. Okay. Not take up so much space. I'm going to use the same chart as I just used. I'm going to cut off the tens because we don't need them. So there's my ones, there's my decimal, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Okay. So 29 thousandths as a fraction. So 29 thousandths, well, that 29 just goes right here. So I can just literally put 29 on top of that thousandths, 29 thousandths. If you want to move the 2 over here and call that 29 thousandths, you can. But because we're not writing this as a decimal, you don't need to worry about adding zeros because we're not writing it as a decimal, we're writing it as a fraction. Okay, so there's the fraction spot, 29 thousandths. Next one, number 3. Express 24 and 357 in words. Okay, word form, that's right there. So they've been giving us word form all along. Now they want us to write it in word form. Okay. Write the expanded form using fractions, in words. Well, words is different than fractions and decimals, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to do both. 24 24 and 357 thousandths. Okay, now write the expanded form using fractions or decimals. Okay, so now we're going to write in fractions or decimals. So I'm going to put that into my chart here. There's my tens, my ones, my decimal, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So there's tens, ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. And my number, which I'll change colors for, is 24 and 357 thousandths. So I'm going to write this in expanded form using fractions or decimals. Okay, so I'm going to do both. You only had to do one, but I'm going to show you both. Okay, so let's do this as a fraction first. So it would be 24 and 357 thousandths. And how am I going to write that as an expanded form? Okay, so it's going to be 2 times 10, because there's 2 in the 10 spot, and 4 times 1, because there's 4 in the 1 spot, and 3 times 1/10. I'm going to run out of room, aren't I? And 5, I'm just going to go down here, and 5 in the hundredths spot, and 7 in the thousandth spot. Okay, and that's expanded form for fractions. Now I'm going to do expanded form for decimals. Let's see, pink, I guess. So that would be 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 24 and 357 thousandths. And instead of writing fractions, I'm going to write decimals. So that starts the same, because 2 is in the 10th spot, and 4 is in the 1 spot. Then 3 is in the 10th spot. So 3 times 1/10. Then 5 times 1/100th. And I ran out of space again. And 7 times 1/1000th. Okay, so there's our expanded form in fractions. There's our expanded form in decimals. I wrote it out in words. And now we're going to express it in unit form, okay? So we did word form, we did expanded decimal form, we did expanded fraction form. Now we're going to do unit form. Okay. So unit form, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 24 and 357 thousandths. That is, this is 2 tens. So 2 tens, 4 ones, 3 tenths, 5 hundredths, and 7 thousandths. Okay, there it is. That is the Lesson 5 exit ticket. All right, I hope you did okay. I hope you figured out what you did wrong. Let me know if you are confused so I can help you. Have a great day.